Hey guys, welcome back to Figure. If you're brand new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Today we're going to take a look at the S.H.Figuarts Vegeta, and this is the 24,000 power level version. And based on what I've seen from social media, this seems to be a really good release, at least my opinion. It's definitely one of the more interesting ones. I believe the last one we got from Vegeta, was like the Dragon Ball Super version. I'm personally not that big of a fan when it comes to Dragon Ball Super. Maybe I got older, but yeah, this is definitely a very cool version of Vegeta. And I really like their naming convention nowadays. Basically, they can do anything, right? And I'm really surprised that they announced another Vegeta so soon. And with so many choices right now, so many new bodies, so many old bodies, so many like different art design, it's starting to look like some of the figures just doesn't belong to the same line. I know they're all from S.H.Figuarts, but I'm just saying like it's been a while now. Some of the older figures looks like they're not modern S.H.Figuarts. But anyways, I digress. That is unavoidable. I'm just happy that we're still collecting. Here's the left of the box, here is the right of the box, and here's the back of the box. And let's check it out. And here's the figures still in there in the packaging, looking really good. Very basic, full of nostalgia, and let's check it out. Alright, and here we have the figure itself, and my first impression on this figure is quite good, and the biggest reason is that this figure feels quite refreshing in terms of the upper body and the head sculpt. This is something we haven't seen from any other S.H.Figuarts Vegeta, and this version of Vegeta kind of brings back a lot of memory, is when he's still kind of bad, super cocky, all that good stuff from Vegeta. And yeah, let's just take a closer look at the figure. And aside from the lower body, I think the upper body is quite new. They have this like new design for Vegeta in terms of action figure where he looks a little bit wider. Unfortunately, I don't have the other armor Vegeta to compare right now, but yeah, he does look a little bit more wide, and he is a tiny bit shorter. Like this proportion, it's accurate to the anime. So yeah, comparing this to the previous armor Vegeta, they kind of don't feel like they belong to the same line. I feel like I kind of briefly talked about that earlier. It's just that we have so many new bodies and so many new engineering, different art style. It just makes it that not everything feels like they belong to the same line. But anyways, I digress. Let me know in the comments on what you think. Yeah, the head sculpt looks really good. And I really like this head shape of Vegeta, because I don't like some of the older Vegeta where the head looks like super flat and the head looks super big. But here, I think they're doing it just right. Hopefully, we get like a new version of the Z Saga Vegeta when he was fighting Android 17 and 18. I think that's like my favorite look of Vegeta, aside from the Super Vegeta versus Cell. But yeah, I think we really need like a revision of that one, but I don't know. Let me know in the comments on what you think. And yeah, let's check out the articulation. And for the articulation, let's quickly go over it from the neck down. He can look up about this much, look down about this much. You can tilt his head side to side, no problem. And I do find this neck pack very interesting, because usually when it comes to Dragon Ball S.H.Figuarts, the neck pack goes really deep. But this one, this is my first time seeing that the neck can actually give you a gap over here. So yeah, this is a very interesting design. I wonder if they're gonna do that in the future, but I kind of prefer the older version where the neck sits a little bit like deep. But that also has its downside, right? Some of the S.H.Figuarts people do complain that the figures have no neck, but now it's kind of like we have too much neck. But I guess they have to save a little bit of plastic here as well, so this is like kind of an in-between solution, right? Yeah, and then for the shoulder, we do have a butterfly joint that's like really nice, I think. Yeah, so we do have some butterfly there. Let's just move it out. And for the armor piece over here, we do have a hinge. Yeah, so it's like hide behind here. I've seen some people just take this off so it give you a different look. I'm not gonna try it right now. And for here, we have bicep swivel, curl about this much, ball wrist, all that good old stuff. And the ab crunch over here, I have to be careful because with some of the figures, you're able to like chip the paint over here very easily, but there's barely any paint though. He can bend forward only about this much, not as much as I imagine. He can bend backwards about this much, and the side to side movement is okay. Again, this body is like super wide compared to the older Vegeta figures, and yeah, like not that much range as much as I imagine. But anyways, kick up about this high. Band about this much. This is still the 2.0 hip, side to side pivot, swivel, all that good jazz. And yeah, I believe that's it for the articulation. Overall, I think it's honestly quite mediocre. It's just like a regular good old S.H.Figuarts. I don't find it like too interesting aside from the neck. Here we have so much range, but yeah, finally like an S.H.Figuarts having neck. Anyways, Let's check out the accessories. And for the accessories, we can start with the default face, and I think he looks perfect here. Pretty cool. And next up, we have a teeth greeting like evil grin. Very cool. I like it. And then here's the teeth greeting angry face, also very classic. We also have this interchangeable ear for the scouter, but once I've seen this, it's kind of hard to unseen the cut, not to mention that they're not quite even here. But I guess this is a very easy way for the players, and also a good way for them to save plastic. But I don't know. Let me know in the comments on what you think though. But mine's kind of like uneven. And lastly, we have a more exaggerated shouting face, and this is definitely something we haven't experienced. Very interesting, because I feel like some of the third party are doing something crazy, so Bandai is kind of catching up, so that's good. And for the interchangeable hands, first off, we get a pair of more grippy hands, and these can be used for key blasting or just style posing. And next up, we get a pair of key blasting or karate chop. And the last one we got is really classic, it's just open palm key blasting hands. And lastly, we have the interchangeable arm for the cross arm look, and the swapping was quite easy. I believe that's everything, and let's check out some action posing. And for the size comparison, let us start with some Dragon Ball S.H.Figuarts. And again, like I talked about earlier, the newer figures are kind of in their own scale, and I think they look very good together. And then we have more Dragon Ball S.H.Figuarts, and I just noticed that even though Yamcha's body is very similar to Goku, he is slightly taller. Interesting. And then we have some of my favorite Naruto S.H.Figuarts, looking really good as well. And then we have some One Piece and JJK S.H.Figuarts. Really wondering what JJK is going to give us next. I know a lot of people want Toji. Me too. And lastly, we have some Figma and Mayfax, and I really don't know what Figma is going to do nowadays in terms of the anime stuff. I think some of the anime stuff they're doing is still pretty cool, but I think for the most part, they're just going to focus on the AAA stuff, right? But anyways, let me know in the comments on what you think. And Mayfax, I still collect them religiously. I just don't make time for them for the videos. But anyways, let's jump straight into the final thoughts. Alright, so overall, I like this figure quite a lot, and I do highly recommend it. It's very classic, the articulation is decent, and it's Vegeta, right? Anyways, I think that's it from me. Do let me know in the comments on what you think, and hopefully we get more from the Android arc. Personally, I really want to see the tank top Trunks, but it seems like third-party companies are already doing it. But anyways, this is Eric. Bye.